Probably the biggest problem in manufactured homes is water infiltration.
If you've been watching the preceding chapters, you've got a pretty good idea on what comprises unhealthy housing and how seemingly harmless conditions like too much dust in a house can actually impact the health of the home's occupants. Just a quick review, healthy homes are dry, clean, ventilated, contaminant-free, pest-free, safe, and maintained. Well, now we're going to evaluate manufactured housing, a place that over 17 million Americans call home. With an average single-unit sale price of about $36,000, manufactured housing is an affordable way to own a home. Plus, design improvements over the years have made them attractive and appealing. Frequently, manufactured homeowners rent the lot that their home is on. They're often located in manufactured home communities that offer amenities, like a pool and recreation area. There are a lot of safety considerations with pools, so they're definitely on the healthy housing radar screen.
In Florida, pool safety is a big concern for us. There was a law that went into effect in 2001 that requires new pools to have fencing or screens, and it also requires any doors or windows that go out to a pool to have an alarm and a lock.
In warm weather states like Florida, where pools are a way of life, these kinds of laws make sense.
Florida has the largest death rate in children less than 4 years of age due to drownings. One of the biggest messages is really to keep an eye on the kids, to make sure that there is someone designated at all times to make sure that those children who are using the pools are safe.
There's no pool in this manufactured housing complex. The home that will be evaluated was built in 1972 and is located in a quiet community just outside Orlando, Florida. Just a few quick notes on how these homes are different from traditionally framed buildings. For one thing, they're secured to the ground using anchors. There are mandates and codes about how the house is tied down. Homeowners need to be aware of these codes. 2, units will have a skirt board or covering between the ground and the floor. This protects the pipes and fixtures from the elements and reduces updrafts of air. 3, because all the exterior and interior walls are pre-assembled in a factory, the finishing materials are typically the choice of the manufacturer and not always the homeowners. This can make a difference in terms of healthiness because some building materials off-gas noxious fumes and odors. Jim Nolan and Ed Green are the healthy homes specialists who will check out the manufactured home. As part of their evaluation, they'll make sure the house has been properly anchored. First, they'll walk the grounds, checking for adequate drainage and overall maintenance.
The place looks very, very well maintained.
I like the angle for the drainage. It's really good. It's a nice pitch.
The awnings are secure. The siding, we've got a couple screws coming loose up there. The sun probably pulls them out.
The utilities are located on the side of the house. Jim will make sure the electrical service box is in good working order. What he finds is a circuit that's been double tapped. That means that as electrical demand in the house increased over the years, they didn't update the entire service, just piggybacked on an existing circuit. It's a potential safety issue.
Here what we have is this broken ground clamp. It happens very often. What the ground wire is for is if we ever have a short in the house, or if it's electrical, hit by lightning or anything, and the electricity comes back into the ground, we need to have it connected. This rod is actually about 6 feet long, just driven down into the ground. So we need to be connected to it, and with this broken clamp, we're just breaking that. So that's a real simple fix. Here, this is the gas meter for the house. We've got natural gas in the home. Probably have natural gas for the stove and also the heater. So one of the main concerns that we have to have, since we do have gas in the home, is to always have to be concerned about carbon monoxide. So it's a good idea to always have not just a smoke detector, but a carbon monoxide detector as well.
Right.
To see if the home's properly tied down, they've removed a section of skirt board and used flashlights to look around.
Here what we have is the tie downs. The homeowner told me that it was just a couple of years ago that they had tie downs added in, And you can see they're still nice and shiny even. They're doing a good job, and they're going to help secure the home in a high wind event.
Florida and the Southeast are notorious for hurricanes, but it's the floods that come with all the rainfall that are so devastating. Too much water can damage the structural integrity of a home and cause mold, and remediating mold is time-consuming and difficult. At the Manufactured Home, the team is wrapping up their exterior inspection.
You know, I spoke with the homeowner, and she indicated that she was getting water here on the front porch area. And look, you can see the drain marks where it's been coming in.
Well, this stains all the way along here. We'll have to be sure and take a look at that.
Right. And with the carpeting, I'm sure this is getting saturated. It's probably getting soaked.
The stains run the entire length of the porch and aren't isolated to one small area. To determine the cause, it'll mean a look on the roof.
What we have up here, we just have a lot of debris laying up here in the gutter.
My goodness.
It's
Yeah.
restricting the water flow off of the roof. So it's actually supposed to drain down in the corner down there into through the downspout.
Right.
But what's happening is because we can't get the water off the roof, it's actually backing up and spilling back in over the edge and coming in on the porch below.
The team moves inside, where they'll be sure to focus on kitchen and bath areas.
Oh, it's a very nice home, very clean, very well maintained.
You notice when we came in, there's a slight buckling in the ceiling there.
I think what's happened is it's probably absorbed a little bit of moisture. You know, it may actually even be related to that issue we had
Oh, we saw
outside.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah. And it's well lit. I like that. You know, this good lighting on the inside of the
Very light and bright. Look at this. We have gas
wow.
appliances, gas stove.
Haven't seen one of those since New Jersey.
and judging by the harvest gold color, this got to be the original.
He fires up a burner to see if the flame is primarily blue. That indicates a clean burn. With gas appliances, ventilation is critical. Jim checks the fan's draw with a piece of tissue. If it didn't hold, that'd mean there wasn't enough exhaust. He also makes sure that the fan exhausts outdoors.
Let's check and see if we have any leaks. It seems very dry. But I do notice we've got wood doors.
Wood doors in a mobile home?
In a mobile home, that's really outstanding. A lot of times they use particle board.
The only healthy home's downside to the kitchen? Throw rugs. When they're not tacked down, they can be a trip and fall hazard.
Smell a little mildew. Got great ventilation, that's a good thing. Oh, this must be it over here in the corner. You can see a little mildew here. Looks like we've had some, well, maybe some water penetration at one time. Seems dry now though, but a little damage has been done. It's minor damage.
Just outside the bedroom, a smoke alarm has been correctly located. Alarms should be outside bedroom areas on all floors. Inside the bedroom, indications of a water leak on the ceiling. Turns out the stain has a story.
The homeowner tells a very interesting story. How one day she came and looking at the ceiling, she saw a stain. And figuring she had a leak of some type from the roof, she called the maintenance man to come in and inspect. He inspected and told her that there was a hole in the ceiling, the hole in the roof coming through the ceiling, and at that point, noticed that indeed there was a hole. You can see it's been patched at this point. As she began to sweep the floor, she found this, a bullet. Apparently on New Year's Eve, someone had fired a gun in celebration up into the air, not expecting it to land, I guess, and it came through the roof, through her ceiling, and landed on the floor.
The Healthy Homes evaluation is wrapped up. Time to see how this manufactured home rates.
It's interesting. We found a house that's well maintained, but despite the fact that the owners really put a lot of effort and time into maintaining the house, I think the climate and the conditions brought about the presence of some minor mildew issues.
Went through this home and found it's incredibly well maintained. I actually can't believe it's 38 years old. That's almost unheard of to be that old and in this good condition. And you got to remember, this home's been through, I believe, 5 hurricanes.
On a scale of A to F, I'd give this a B+.
Oh, I think I'd give it an A-. It's just been extremely well cared for, and we found some things that you just won't find. Some of it's just neat. You know, when was the last time you saw Harvest Gold appliances that still worked?
In the Healthy Homes checklist, our evaluators didn't find much wrong with this manufactured home. There were a couple of moisture problems. Some mildew in a bathroom and clogged gutters caused water to back up in the porch. With gas appliances, a carbon monoxide alarm should be in the home, and rugs that aren't tacked down can trip you up.
Manufactured housing is the last stop on our evaluation tour. We hope that by showing you several different housing configurations in several different climates, it's given you a good idea on what to look for in terms of healthy housing.
Remember, a home that's kept dry, clean, ventilated, contaminant-free, pest-free, safe, and maintained is a home that's healthy.